But if you're someone who wants more than that, something with more power, better accuracy, and an overall smoother shooting experience, then the full-size carry pistols below might just change your mind. Whether you prefer open carry or have the skills to conceal a big-frame handgun, today's list is everything you need to pick the right weapon for self-defense or daily carry. Let's dive in. And hey, if you find this video helpful or just plain interesting, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps a lot and keeps me motivated to make even better content. The big goal right now is to hit 10,000 subscribers, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below if you've got suggestions, questions, or just want to share which pistol on this list is your favorite. I read every single one and try my best to reply. Thanks so much for watching. Let's get started. 30. Smith & Wesson MNP 2.0 Metal. If you've been a fan of the polymer MNP 2.0 and you're looking for a more refined shooting experience, the metal version is definitely a solid step up. It's still the same striker-fired platform we all know, but once you pick up the MNP 2.0 metal, the first thing you'll notice is how solid it feels thanks to its T670-75 aluminum alloy frame, the same material used in aerospace. We're talking about around 30 ounces unloaded, just the right weight to cut recoil without making it tiring to carry all day. The slide is steel with Smith & Wesson's own Armorite finish for serious corrosion resistance. The 4.25-inch barrel gives you a nice long sight radius and steady muzzle velocity. The standard 3-dot iron sights are easy to see, and if you ever need to swap them for tritium night sights, no problem. It comes with 4 interchangeable backstraps, so it fits pretty much any hand size. The trigger has been upgraded, short pull, clean break, and a snappy reset. Even though this is a full-size pistol, its proportions make it totally doable for daily carry. The real-world price? Right around $850 to $900 US. Big plus, top-tier reliability, that all-metal feel during recoil, and smooth shooting. Minor downside? No optics-ready version. But if you want a no-nonsense duty pistol, the MNP metal is a no-brainer. 29. IWI Masada Tactical. When a country like Israel, always on alert, always needing to defend itself, builds a handgun, you better believe it's going to be rock solid. The Masada Tactical is a product of that mindset. Built by IWI, the same folks behind the Galil and Taver, the Masada is a striker-fired pistol with a super crisp CNC machine slide, already cut for red dots using the RMR footprint. The fiber optic sights pop, and paired with a 4.6-inch barrel and standard 17-round mag, the gun handles recoil well, especially given its 28.3-ounce frame. You've got a polymer frame with diamond-textured stippling that feels great in the hand, a naturally angled grip, and a short travel trigger with a clean break. What's really nice? The price. You're looking at around $480 to $550, and it packs in features that some guns $200 pricier don't even offer. Small downside? The slide sits a bit high, which might make reacquiring your sight picture a tad slower than low-bore axis pistols. But for a full-size, tactical, optics-ready gun that's easy to use and super reliable, the Masada Tactical is a killer value. 28. FN 509 Tactical. FN Herstal doesn't need much of an intro. This Belgian manufacturer has been making serious military weapons for a long time, and they threw everything you'd want in a pro-level duty pistol into the FN 509 Tactical. You've got a 4.5-inch threaded barrel ready for a suppressor or compensator, suppressor height sights, and a slide that's cut and comes with adapter plates for just about every major red dot. The polymer frame is solid, the grip angle feels natural, and the stippling stays grippy even with gloves. You get a standard 17-round mag plus an extended 24-round mag, firepower won't be a problem here. The trigger is light with a crisp reset. Not quite 2011 level smooth, but more than good enough for fast and accurate shooting. Only drawbacks? It's a little hefty at 32 ounces and it'll cost you around $850 to $950. But you're getting a true battle-tested, duty-grade sidearm right out of the box, no upgrades needed. 27. Tisas PX9 Gen 3 Duty. This pistol proves you don't need to spend $1,000 to get a full-size you can trust. Tisas, out of Turkey, brings us the PX9 Gen 3 Duty, packed with features you usually only see on high-end models. Optics-ready, fiber optic sights, accessory rail, swappable backstraps, 3 of them, a light 5-pound trigger with a crisp reset, it's all here. The 4.6-inch barrel and 18-round magazine give it solid firepower, and the 28-ounce weight keeps things balanced in your hand. The slide's been lightened up a bit, which helps the cycling stay fast and smooth. Price? Somewhere around $320 to $380 US, hard to believe with this level of build quality. Only catch? The finish might not be quite as tough as higher-end American or German guns, and you might want to swap out a few of the included accessories for better performance. But if you need a full-size handgun you can train with, carry daily, or rely on without breaking the bank, the PX9 Gen 3 duty should be on your radar. 26. Ruger American Pistol Duty. Ruger might not be the first name that pops into your head when it comes to duty pistols, but the American Pistol Duty version is a standout exception. This handgun was actually built by Ruger to compete in military contracts, and that kind of intention shows in every part of it. You've got a pre-tensioned striker-fired trigger system with short travel and a fast, clean break. The slide rides low and comes with standard 3-dot sights, making it real easy to get on target. Barrel's 4.2 inches long, with a 17-round mag and total unloaded weight of about 30 ounces, just heavy enough to manage recoil without being a pain to carry. The grip has interchangeable backstraps, and while the stippling can feel a bit slick if your hands are wet, it's still solid overall. One cool feature, the internal recoil cam system. It redirects some of the recoil energy backward instead of straight up, which helps the muzzle stay flatter shot to shot. Price is pretty consistent, usually landing somewhere between $500 to $550. Downsides? No optics-ready version yet, and aftermarket support isn't massive. But if you're after a rugged, full-size pistol built to handle abuse, the Ruger American Duty is definitely worth a look. 25. Canik METE SFx Pro. Canik keeps shaking up the market with guns that shoot like competition pistols but come in at everyday prices. The METE SFx Pro is a perfect example. Full-size setup, 5.2-inch barrel, slide precut for Trigicon RMR and Shield RMS optics, plus fiber optic front sight and tall backup sights that co-witness with your dot. The flat-face trigger? One of the best in the sub-$700 range, clean, short, and consistent. It weighs around 30.1 ounces, and thanks to its well-thought-out grip angle and diamond-style stippling, it doesn't feel bulky for all-day carry. You get 18 or 20-round magazines, a detachable magwell for fast reloads, lightning-cut slide for easier racking, and 3 different mag release buttons to customize your setup. Best part? The value. You're getting all this for around $620 to $680, depending on the version. Downside? The accessory market is smaller than Glock or SIG, but for this price, and with this much out of the box, you probably won't be needing upgrades anytime soon. If you want a gun that can pull double duty, for carry, for competition, and yes, to show off, the METE SFx Pro's got you covered. 24. SIG Sauer M17. You don't have to be in the military to own the handgun chosen by the United States Armed Forces. The SIG M17 is the perfect civilian version of the P320 that won the contract. It's got a 4.7-inch barrel, tough coyote PVD finish, slide cut for Leupold DPP optics, and a flat trigger that breaks at around 5.5 pounds, just right for duty use but still manageable. Comes with SIG-like night sights, modular grip frame, and standard 17-round mags plus an extended 21-rounder. Unloaded weight is about 29.6 ounces. What's great? It's super reliable, easy to maintain, and very customizable. Only thing missing? The dual thumb safeties from the military model, and it usually only supports the DPP footprint unless you buy adapter plates. Price runs about $650 to $750. All in, it's a battle-proven full-size handgun you can trust, backed by SIG's top-notch build quality. 23. Arex Delta X Gen 2. Coming out of Slovenia, the Arex Delta Gen 2 line is quickly building a rep in the striker-fired world, and the full-size X version is probably the standout. It's super slim for a full-size, with a 4-inch barrel and a slide that's only 0.8 inches tall, giving you that full-size performance with carry-friendly comfort. The slide's pre-cut for red dots using both Shield RMS and Trigicon RMR footprints. Steel 3-dot sights are easy to swap, and the flat trigger has short travel and a distinct reset. You get 4 interchangeable backstraps, a deep beaver tail grip for recoil control, and the whole thing weighs just 22.6 ounces. That's crazy light for a full-size, perfect for concealed carry. Standard mag holds 17 rounds. Best part? It strikes a sweet balance between concealability, shootability, and reliability. Downsides? Some red dots might sit too low on the slide, and it's still building up accessory support in the US. But at just $450 to $550, the Delta X punches way above its weight class. 22. Girsan MC P35 Match. Nobody expected the Browning high-power, that 20th century legend, to make such a killer comeback in the 21st century. But Girsan, out of Turkey, brought it back and even gave it a few solid upgrades. All-steel frame, 4.87-inch barrel, adjustable sights, crisp single-action trigger around 4.5 pounds, and a 15-round mag, classic high-power vibe, but far from outdated. Slide has some light cuts for style and weight, and that long sight radius makes it super accurate up close. The shooting feel? Smooth as silk. Recoils low and super manageable thanks to its 33-ounce weight. Big strengths? Durability, reliability, timeless design, and there's a nostalgic vibe that makes it really appealing. Weak spots? No optics-ready slide and no rail, so not the most tactical option out there. Still, if you want a full size that shoots great, looks sharp, and feels a little like a 1911 but is easier to live with, this is a sweet deal at around $500. 21. Shadow Systems DR920 Elite. Shadow Systems is quickly making a name for itself as the company that builds Glocks done right, and the DR920 Elite is their full-size masterpiece. It's built on a Glock Gen 3 style frame but comes with a ton of upgrades: flat-face 3.5-pound trigger that's super light, slide cut for just about every red dot out there, high-end co-witness sights, and a skeletonized slide that reduces weight while keeping things sturdy. You can get it with a threaded or non-threaded barrel, the grip has customizable backstraps and a beaver tail extension, the stippling is aggressive and holds well, and there's a full-size rail for your tactical light. It's completely compatible with Glock 17 mags, 17 rounds, which means you've got tons of mag and accessory options. Unloaded weight is about 23 ounces, which is light for a full-size pistol. What's great? You get the concealability of a slimmer gun, the precision and feel of a tuned tactical pistol, and the reliability of a platform proven in the field. Downsides? It does cost more than a standard Glock, usually between $950 and $1,100, but here's the thing, you won't need to upgrade a single part. Right out of the box, the DR920 Elite is ready for duty, carry, or even competition. 20. Springfield XDM Elite Tactical OSP. The XDM Elite Tactical OSP is hands down one of Springfield Armory's most powerful and up-to-date full-size duty pistols. It's got a 5.28-inch threaded barrel, so you can throw on a suppressor or compensator right out of the box. The slide is already cut for optics and comes with suppressor height sights that co-witness perfectly with your red dot. The match-enhanced flat-face trigger is a standout, short travel, crisp break, quick reset. It's responsive but still safe for daily carry. The long grip with a flared magwell makes reload super fast, and the standard magazine holds 22 rounds, perfect for when you need sustained firepower. Total unloaded weight is about 30.4 ounces, striking a nice balance between control and carry comfort. What really makes this one shine? The all-in tactical readiness, the smooth shooting experience, and the overall build quality. The only real downside is its size. It's not exactly ideal for concealed carry. But for around $650 to $750, it's easily one of the most feature-rich full-size pistols under $800. 19. CZP-09 Duty. The CZP-09 Duty blends old-school double/single-action mechanics with modern battlefield toughness, and it's earned serious respect for that. It's a polymer full-size with a 4.5-inch barrel, low-profile slide for reduced muzzle flip, and easy-to-use 3-dot sights. Trigger mode starts in double-action, heavier but safer, then switches to single-action for a light, accurate follow-up. It comes with a 19-round magazine, and you can choose either a decocker or a standard manual safety. Weight is about 29.6 ounces, heavy enough to manage recoil, light enough for carry. Big plus? It's reliable as heck, shoots accurately, and the grip feels awesome in larger hands. Drawbacks? Trigger travels a little long for some, and mounting an optic requires some hunting around for the right parts. Still, for $500 to $550, the P09 is a strong contender if you want a rugged, modern DA/SA full-size with just a touch of classic feel. 18. Beretta APX-A1 Full-Size. The Beretta APX-A1 is a serious update to the original APX lineup. Now you get a short travel flat trigger that's light and snappy, plus an optics-ready slide that works with just about every major red dot. The barrel's 4.25 inches, and the deep forward and rear slide serrations make it easy to manipulate even with gloves on. You've got 17-round mags, a well-textured polymer frame, and solid fiber optic sights that are easy to swap out. Unloaded, it weighs around 28.2 ounces, light enough for all-day carry without fatigue. What makes this pistol pop? It's got clean shooting, it's easy to upgrade, and the price is hard to beat, somewhere between $480 and $550. Downsides? The look is a bit industrial, and accessories aren't as widespread yet. But if you're a Beretta fan who wants a modern striker-fired full-size, the APX-A1 is well worth checking out. 17. Glock 45 MOS. The Glock 45 MOS is kind of the best of both worlds. It combines a full-size Glock 17 frame with the shorter Glock 19 slide. That gives you full grip length for control and capacity, 17 rounds, but with a shorter slide that cycles fast and carries easier. The slide's cut for optics using the MOS system, and the standard Glock sights are easy to upgrade. The Gen 5 frame has no finger grooves, better stippling, and a generally more universal grip feel. Trigger is improved over Gen 3 and Gen 4, smoother pull, shorter reset. Weighs in at about 24.5 ounces unloaded. Big pluses? Legendary Glock reliability, a huge aftermarket, and super easy maintenance. Minor cons? The trigger still isn't match grade, and the grip can feel boxy to some folks. Price ranges from around $620 to $700. If you need a full size that's small enough to conceal but big enough to fight, the G45 MOS nails that sweet spot. 16. Archon Type B. The Archon Type B is a seriously unique pick for anyone who wants a striker-fired pistol that feels like a high-end custom build. It uses Archon's proprietary AF speedlock system, which lets the slide sit super low. That low-bore axis practically eliminates muzzle flip and makes recoil feel flat and fast. The barrel's 4.3 inches, and the whole slide is slim and smooth. The grip angle feels natural, the stippling is super grippy, the sights are premium, and the trigger is light, about 4.5 pounds. You get a 15-round mag, and overall size is similar to a duty compact hybrid. Unloaded weight is around 29 ounces. Big win? It's super flat shooting, fast to get back on target, and scary accurate even for casual shooters. Downsides? It's pricey, usually $850 to $1,000, and the accessory support is still pretty limited. But if you want something different, and you value shooting feel above all else, the Type B will absolutely surprise you from the first shot. 15. Wilson Combat Project 1. If you asked a group of serious shooters, what's the one handgun you trust your life with? A whole bunch of them would probably name the Wilson Combat Project 1. This isn't just any 1911. It's what happens when mechanical precision meets high-end craftsmanship. The frame is Wilson's lightweight X-frame made from ultra-durable aluminum alloy, keeps the weight down while still giving you rock-solid stability while shooting. You get an integrated magwell for quick reloads, finely cut checkering that feels like a competition grip, and a fluted bull barrel that's 5 inches long, with no bushing, paired with a built-in compensator that cuts recoil by up to 42%. That's a huge difference. Inside, it's got the RPG recoil spring system, unique to Wilson, which extends spring life dramatically. The optics mount accepts all the popular footprints like RMR, RMSC, and Delta Point Pro. And here's the kicker, each Project 1 is guaranteed to shoot 1-inch groups at 25 yards. That's no marketing fluff, that's a real promise. So yeah, the pros? Incredible precision, smooth recoil, flawless reliability. Cons? It's not cheap, prices run between $3,000 and $3,500 depending on how you spec it. And it's a full-size 1911, so it's not your best bet for deep concealment. Bottom line? This is not a gun for everyone. It's for shooters who know exactly what they want and are ready to invest in one of the finest full-size pistols ever built. 14. Atlas Gunworks EOS. Picture a gun sitting quietly on a steel table, catching the light just right. No drama, no noise, just presence. That's the Atlas Gunworks EOS. This isn't your run-of-the-mill 2011. The EOS is all about balance between engineering precision and shooter connection. It's the steel-framed version of the Ares 4.25, but heavier. We're talking about 43 ounces of recoil taming, competition-ready power. The ported barrel vents gas upward to control muzzle flip, and the deeply cut slide not only looks great but makes racking smooth without biting your hand. The grip is Atlas's own design, textured enough for control but not so rough it tears up your palm. The trigger? Stupid light. Think it, and the shot's already gone. The whole setup is optics ready and needs zero tweaking out of the box. It's designed to do it all: open carry, concealed, if you can handle the weight, or straight up match use. How much? Around $4,000. That's no impulse buy, but for a handmade gun with this level of fit and finish, it's not overpriced either. Cons? Sure, it's heavy and expensive. But once you shoot it, you'll understand it's not just a purchase, it's an upgrade to how you shoot. 13. HKVP9A1F. Same platform, totally new feel. That's the story with the HKVP9A1F. The Germans took their time reworking the original VP9, and the result is cleaner, smoother, and just more modern. The trigger bar is coated in nickel Teflon for less friction and a buttery pull. It breaks at around 5.4 pounds, right in the sweet spot. The magwells flare just enough to speed up reloads without getting bulky, and the back of the grip is modular with 3 different sizes to fit every hand. They added forward slide serrations too, a little change that makes a big difference if you like doing press checks from the front. It's got a 4.53-inch barrel, overall length of 7.76 inches, and takes 17-round mags, or you can go with a 20-rounder if you like a little extra. Best part? It's a do-everything pistol, range use, concealed carry, with the right holster, or just keeping in the nightstand. You'll pay between $850 and $950, which is a little more than the competition, but with HK, you get what you pay for. Only catch? Not a ton of trigger upgrade options without voiding your warranty. But honestly, it shoots so well out of the box you probably won't care. 12. Bear Creek Arsenal BC-101 Grizzly. This one's a shocker. The BC-101 Grizzly from Bear Creek Arsenal came out of nowhere and made even Glock fans raise an eyebrow. It's a budget-friendly Glock Gen 3 clone, but not just a copy, it actually brings some real value to the table. At just $295, you get a full-size 9mm with Gen 3 parts compatibility, available with either a stainless or chrome moly barrel, and a slide cut for RMR red dots. It's got tritium night sights out of the box, a 20-degree grip angle, and some wild-looking bear fur texture that actually feels pretty good in hand. The barrel's 4.5 inches, the weight's around 26 ounces, and it takes 17-round mags. Upside? Crazy value. No other gun under $300 gives you this many features. It's red dot ready, solidly built, and plays nice with aftermarket Glock parts. Downside? The finish isn't premium, and the trigger's a bit heavy if you're used to competition guns. But for a first gun, a backup, or just a beater you don't mind roughing up, the Grizzly's a steal. 11. Beretta 9211 Squalo. Squalo means shark in Italian, and this pistol lives up to the name in both looks and bite. It's built on the legendary Beretta 92 platform but revamped head to toe. You get a single-action Extreme S trigger that's smooth as glass, a slide cut for optics, bright fiber optic sights, and a generously flared magwell. The grips are exclusive Hogue panels that feel locked in, even with sweaty hands. It's got a 4.7-inch barrel, total length of 8.6 inches, and weighs in at 35 ounces. Each gun ships with 3 22-round mags, and the trigger's DLC coated for a silky, fast break. This thing is part race gun, part self-defense monster. Downside? It's big and heavy, not great for beginners or concealed carry. Expect to pay between $1,200 and $1,400, not cheap, but it's a beast of a gun with a shark's edge. 10. Rock Island Armory 5.0e.
Rock Island's known for making budget-friendly 1911s, but the 5.0E is something else entirely.
It's a curveball that got people talking. This gun's built more like a CZ, with the slide riding inside the frame rails, which gives you way less recoil and a smoother slide motion. It's got a pretty unique square profile barrel that's 4.91 inches long, and that design brings the bore axis way down, helping reduce muzzle rise. It weighs about 38 ounces, has a 17+1 round capacity, a DLC-coated slide, and a match-grade barrel. There's also an updated optics cut that works with more red dots now, which is a big plus. The whole thing handles a lot like a mix between a target pistol and a tactical sidearm. Price? Around $950, pretty solid for the features. Downsides? The styling is a little odd, and the trigger's good but not quite at match grade level. Still, if you want something that feels different and shoots flat, the 5.0E is worth a try. 9. Walther PDP Match Steel Frame. Some pistols are made to be locked in a case. The Walther PDP Match Steel Frame is made to be fired, and fired a lot. With an all-steel frame, this version of the PDP is nearly 10 ounces heavier than the regular model, which really helps with recoil control. It's got Walther's dynamic performance trigger, light, crisp, short reset, and it's optics ready out of the box. The slide is cut wide for easier manipulation, and the magwell's flared to make reloads faster. You get two 20-round mags in one 18-rounder, with a 5-inch barrel and overall weight close to 43 ounces. It's got interchangeable grip panels and a texture that grips well even in slick conditions. Strengths? Amazing control, smooth shooting, and top-tier build quality. Downside? It's big and heavy, not ideal for concealed carry. Price? Around $1,600. But if you want a pistol ready to compete or defend straight from the factory, this is it. 8. Canik SFx Rival-S. Canik made a name for itself by offering serious performance at low prices, and the Rival-S is their leap into the premium zone. It's based on a striker-fired system similar to Walther's, but pre-cocked for a snappier trigger pull. 5-inch barrel, light and slide with stylish cuts, optics ready, straight 90-degree trigger, removable magwell, and 3 mag release buttons to choose from. The grip feels balanced, and the whole gun is heavy enough to shoot flat but not so heavy it's annoying to carry. Price? Just around $650. Honestly, it feels like you're getting way more than you're paying for. Drawbacks? A little big for discreet carry, and fewer aftermarket parts than bigger-name guns. Still, if you want something that shoots like a dream and looks the part too, this is a total sleeper hit. 7. CZ Shadow 2. Ask anyone who's spent time in the competition world, the CZ Shadow 2 is the gold standard in the steel gun category. Its slide runs inside the frame, which means less muzzle flip and smoother recoil. At 46.5 ounces, this gun is heavy, and that's a good thing for control. The trigger is silky smooth, and the reset is short and positive. Comes with 17-round mags, a sharp set of iron sights, and an optics-ready version is available too. What's awesome? It shoots like a laser, feels planted, and holds up over time. What's not? Way too big for concealed carry. This is a range gun through and through. Price? Usually between $1,200 and $1,300. If you want to compete or just love precision shooting, the Shadow 2 is hard to beat. 6. SAR9 Gen 3. This one's a surprise hit out of Turkey. The SAR9 Gen 3 is a polymer-framed, striker-fired pistol with a ton of ergonomic thought behind it. You've got interchangeable backstraps, a 20-degree grip angle, kinda like HK's, lightning-cut slide to shave weight, and front tritium sights. It's optics ready for Shield RMSC red dots, has a 4.4-inch barrel, and a standard 17-round mag with 10-, 15-, and 21-round options too. Shoots well, looks modern, and it's easy for new shooters to get used to. Trigger's a little mushy, and some batches have inconsistent finishes, but for the price? Still a win. And speaking of price, about $450. This one's for someone who wants a do-it-all full-size that won't break the bank. 5. SIG Sauer P226X5 Reserve. This is hands down one of the classiest pistols SIG has ever made. Unlike the original P226 with its aluminum frame and double/single action, the X5 Reserve has a hefty steel frame and runs single action only. It's got a dual thumb safety, beautifully machined CNC slide, adjustable sights, and a built-in compensator right at the front. The Grid LOK steel grip adds weight and really helps with recoil control. It ships with 3 20-round mags, and at over 46 ounces, it's a beast, but in the best way. Not ideal for carry, and yeah, it's pricey, around $2,500. But if you want a precision-built machine that shoots smoother than silk, this is it. 4. SIG Sauer P320X5 Legion. The Legion version of the P320X5 feels like you're shooting without recoil, thanks to a polymer frame infused with tungsten. It's heavy, but not bulky. You get a flat match-grade trigger, Dawson precision sights, wide magwell, optics-ready slide, and 3 17-round mags. It's the top pick for many pro shooters and serious enthusiasts for good reason. It's smooth, fast, and ultra-consistent. Price is around $1,200 to $1,300. Only downside? The look isn't for everyone, and it leans more tactical than traditional. But if performance is your priority, this is a top-tier choice. 3. Glock 34 Gen 5 MOS. The Glock 34 Gen 5 MOS is what happens when a race gun wears a uniform. It's got a 5.31-inch barrel, optics-ready slide, cleaner trigger than Gen 4, and no more finger grooves, which makes it more comfortable for a wider range of hands. It's super accurate, super reliable, and super Glock. You can easily swap out sights, it works with a million accessories, and it holds 17 rounds. Weight's manageable, and price is right around $750 to $800. Downside? The trigger's still not amazing, and the shape is still very Glocky. But when you need a gun that just works, for sport or defense, the G34 gets it done. 2. Staccato P, 2011. Want to know what a lot of US SWAT teams and high-level law enforcement officers carry? It's the Staccato P. This full-size 2011 is based on the 1911 trigger system, but with modern upgrades like a lightweight slide, premium sights, and an RMR-ready optics mount. It's built with a steel frame and a polymer grip module, so it's solid but comfortable. Comes with 17 or 20-round mags, and accuracy is top-notch, we're talking thread-the-needle precision. Downsides? Price, you're looking at $2,000 and up, and it's a bit heavy for concealed carry. But if you want the best duty-grade 2011 for real-world use, this is the one everyone's chasing. 1. Nighthawk Custom GRP Recon. And here we are, the very top of the list. The GRP Recon from Nighthawk Custom is a 1911 where each gun is built from start to finish by a single master gunsmith. Steel frame, light rail, match-grade barrel, Heine ledge night sights, 2-stage trigger, G10 grips, and hand-cut checkering. You only get 8 rounds, but with this thing, 1 round is all you need. It's not flashy. It's serious. And it costs over $3,000. But folks who carry a Nighthawk aren't doing it to impress, they do it because they demand the best. If you've got the budget and the mindset, the GRP Recon might be your endgame sidearm. Carrying a full-size gun can be a challenge, but with the models featured here, it's a win-win. From their accuracy and handling to their reliability and ergonomics, these guns are more than just self-defense tools, they're statements of serious preparedness. Whether you're looking for your first full-size carry gun or want to upgrade to a carry-forever gun, one of these guns is sure to give you the confidence you need, at the range, at home, or wherever you need it.